Alright, Shalom. Brother Kabad back with another GMS lesson. GMS keep pushing. Before I go any further, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, for teaching us His truth according to the Bible and who rule well. Another Shalom to all the sincere Akims throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth through diligence and sincerity. Alright, this lesson is inspired by a vision, okay, which most people call dreams, that I had last night. It was a vision that Bahasham Yahawashi showed me, and it was just pretty much, it was chaos, man. It was chaos. So I'm gonna dive into the dream first. Then I grab some scriptures. The dream starts off where I'm at a park where I grew up at, and I was with my one of my brothers, my blood brothers, okay, your family, so-called family, not brothers in the truth, but your blood brothers, one of my blood brothers. We was in the park, and it was dark. It was pitch dark. It was like kind of like how you see here on the screen type of dark. And I see a bunch of drones in the sky, and they just kept getting closer and closer, and my brother didn't know what was going on. And I was like, oh shit, excuse my rude speech, I'm like, those are drones, they're gonna try to shoot us down. And I said, we need to go. And so he didn't know what was going on, and so I see the drone had a red light, and it was targeted on me. And I didn't get shot down or anything like that, but it was like it was trying to shoot at me, but it couldn't, and the dream, the vision goes from there to I'm at like this beach. And put in mind, it's still dark. It's dark outside. It's like dark. And well, before I get to that, it made me think about Jacob's trouble. When Esau's gonna let loose everything, upon Jake. But going back to the second part, all right, the second phase of the dream, I was at the beach, and it was pitch dark, and people was going crazy. Now, put in mind, I'm in the dream, but I'm just looking at everything. Like, it's like I'm just looking at everybody. I'm even looking at myself in the dream, and everyone is panicking, and I'm just like, okay. I mean, hell's breaking loose. All right, let me get somewhere and get low. So I go from the beach to a school, and I go inside the school, and it was empty, so I thought. And there were it was Esau in there roaming around, checking everything, like to check and see if there was people in there. It was like martial law troops. So I hid, and then I left because I was like, no, I can't stay here. So I'm leaving, and I'm going by the beach again, and I see like this people running out of the water, trying to get on to the beach, and I see this massive wave just come and just scoop everybody up. All right, it was like a flood, just like a flood came in and just scooped everybody away, and including myself. And I see people in the ocean, and it's dark as I don't know what in the ocean, and it was dark. And what happened next? People were just disappearing, and then it came to a point where it was a ship in the ocean. People was trying to get to the ship, and they were just like just falling away before they even get to the ship, you know. And then I'm seeing all this up under the water. I'm just seeing this, looking at people like just pass away, you know. And that's why the screen is up here. As you see, it looks similar to this. And people were in the sea and they were trying to get out and they couldn't. And so that's just pretty much where the vision leaves off. I don't remember what happens after that. But I'm just gonna bring some scriptures, that popped in my head. The Lord put in my head. So let's go ahead and get into that. Let's go to Acts. Verse 17, Acts 2 and 17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, which you are in the last days, or the last days, saith the Most High, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Okay? And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. Okay? And on my servants and on my handmaids I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And that's what happened, man. That was just another vision that the Lord allowed me to see. And it was Jacob's trouble. It was death and destruction, man. I mean, people were going nuts, man. You ever step on a ant farm and how crazy the ants are going rampant? That's how it looked, man. People didn't know which way to go. Didn't know what to do. This is Acts 2 and 17. It shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Most High. That's how you know we're in the last days, man. Okay? Brothers getting visions, getting dreams of what the Most High is bringing, man. It's going to be a day of darkness, man. And Lord's will, I'll get that next. This is Acts 2 and 17. It shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Most High, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. Right? Look, my son had a vision that he was shot 4 times, and each every time he got right back up, and people were amazed. People were amazed, man. But that's the power of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And the Lord's going to show it truly how powerful he is in these last days, man. Let's grab another precept, because I was going into how Esau, matter of fact, let's get Jeremiah real fast. Jeremiah 30 and 7 says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, which is the Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. All right, it's Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The elect's going to be saved out of it, man. And that's what I thought about. Lord willing, I'm a part of that. But I was seeing everything going on, but nothing was happening to me. And I was just, I was thankful. I was very gracious, because the faces, the screams that I heard, it was just, unthought of. Like I can't go into detail the screams and the terrors that was on people's faces. Okay, and Esau is going to unleash all types of weaponry on Jake, man. Not just drones, okay, but other robots, okay, other type of military swords and guns and things of that nature that we haven't even seen yet. And that's what's coming to the children of Israel. It tells you in Matthew's, the 24th chapter. Let's get that real fast. It says, Matthew 24:21, for then shall there be great tribulation, as such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So the days that's coming is not going to be a day like it, man. You look at the accounts that happened, okay, in history. What? 70 AD, when Jake had to flee from the Roman persecution. All right, what were they doing? They was eating their children. All right, eating leather belts, eating whatever they could, man. cow's dung, all right? The head of a donkey, I believe. It's gonna get bad, man. All right, what, post-slavery, when most of the lynchings happen, okay? The Great Depression, starvation, it's gonna be bad, man. And I'm gonna close it out on Isaiah. Because this is Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with the storm and tempest and the flame of the devouring fire. I'm gonna get one more after this. And that's what I was seeing, man. It was a storm in the ocean, all right, at the beach, all right, and people was just, being swallowed up by this water, man, by this great flood, man. And the Lord had me witness it, man. And I mean, people was just, crying, screaming, didn't know what to do. People was trying to escape, and they couldn't escape, man. Going back to Deuteronomy 32 and 39, man. There's nothing you can do when you're in the hands of the Lord, man. There's nothing you can do, man. But the Lord is, is going to visit this place, man. He's going to visit it, man. And we're seeing visions of it in our dreams. This is Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, with thunder and with earthquake. You see earthquakes going on today, man. You just had one in Puerto Rico, one in Mexico, okay? And great noise with storm and tempest. And the storms, it was storming at the beach, man, causing the waves to stir up and swallow up people. All right, in my vision, in my dream, it says, in the flame of devouring fire. So I'm going to end it off on Amos. That's what I wanted to do. End off on Amos 5. Because it was a very, very, very dark. And this is not the first vision I've had of a very dark dream and vision of the Lord coming back. But the Lord is letting me know it's going to be a dark day. This is Amos 5. And I get to the point. This is Amos 5:20. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? And that's what the day of the Lord is going to consist of, man. Especially when you have them ICBM missiles, okay, blocking out the sun along with the chariots. Well, it's also talking about no future, man. You're not going to see a future here for your family, your kids, yourself. Because the Lord's he's bringing a dark day. And that's what I saw in my vision, man. All hell breaking loose. Jacob's trouble. The Lord swallowing up, okay, 2/3. And look, in the other nations, man. That's what I seen. So this is just a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, on a vision and dream that I had last night, and I could have brought out more scriptures, I could have brought out, better precepts, but this is what the Lord put on my spirit to do right now, man. This is his show. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's own begotten Son, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach us his truth according to the Bible, Haruel. Another shalom to all the sincere Akims throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth through diligence and sincerity. Shalom.